Hello, and welcome to your Vedic Lunar Scope for today, the 5th of September, 2015. The moon today will be transiting its way through the middle portion of the sign of Gemini as it makes its way through Mrigasira nakshatra. Today, you're aware of what you now need to do in order to turn the tables in a difficult situation. You have the capacity in the moment to see with great clarity and also the revolutionary spirit that you ultimately need in order to take the necessary steps to turn something on its head and make the best out of what was previously a difficult situation. And there's no doubt about the fact that it is going to require a certain level of attitude, of rolling up your sleeves and really getting down to business. But there is somewhat of a danger in that approach, because it's quite possible that in doing so, because you're going to need to put your emotions and your feelings to one side in order to make sure that things are moving in the right direction, you may close down your level of awareness, and you may also be tempted to close your heart, right? Because if you're afraid of feeling an emotion about a difficult situation, usually the first thing that you're going to do is armor your heart. But that's something that you need to guard against, because you're going to need, number one, your wits about you and a high level of awareness with which to deal with this particular situation. And also you're going to need to be able to tune into your senses, how you feel about particular situations, but at the same time, keep it all in the proper perspective. Sounds like a very daunting task, doesn't it? But you do have the strength to do it. And what you need to do is you just need to keep your eyes open and your heart strong. Mrigasira is a moksha-driven nakshatra. And there is a story that very aptly describes the energy of Mrigasira. And I'm going to take the time to recount a very short version of this particular story. In Vedic mythology, Jupiter is also known as Brihaspati. He's the priest of the gods. And the moon, known as Soma, fell in love with Jupiter's wife, which is called Tara. Tara is another word for star. It's where the word nakshatra came from, and the nakshatras are known to be the wives of the moon. But that's another story. So the moon fell in love with Jupiter's wife, Tara. So he convinced Jupiter to leave a little bit earlier to go about his daily prayers and daily rituals. And then the moon kind of snuck in and eloped with Jupiter's wife. And Jupiter found out about this. But by the time he was able to get the rest of the gods to intervene and regain his wife, well, it turns out that that his wife had become pregnant with the moon's child. But Jupiter found this child so charming, and the child was actually known as Buddha, not the Buddha, but the planet Buddha, which is the same as Mercury. Jupiter fell so in love with the new child that he decided he was going to father that child anyway. I know in today's day and age, we tend to take different attitudes in regards to that. But we're looking at old times where a person may not always, choose to father a particular child. And so the concept here is one of separation and reconciliation, right? And sometimes we get dissatisfied with a particular set of events, and we just kind of have to separate ourselves from it in order to approach it in a different manner and just revise and revamp things. And it's definitely an energy of revamping and trying to revitalize something today, okay? The lunar tithi is Krishna Ashtami. And with Krishna Ashtami, there is a very go at it in a very strong manner attitude. Okay, and you really need to focus, and you need to be moving from the center of your awareness. And there's a very good possibility that you can do so. That's going to help with today's energy. The solar lunar yoga today is Vajra. Vajra means thunderbolt. So it's like a bolt coming from out of the blue, right? And this bolt that comes from out of the blue helps you to understand how everything is related and allows you to pull things together in a very pleasing manner in order to move forward from this particular point. But the reason for the warning, and there is a very big reason for a warning, is that you need to not put your feelings and your senses to one side to the extent that you're not able to see clearly, because you're going to need those to be strong with this particular set of circumstances. If you yourself are dealing with a difficult set of circumstances, I should mention that I do offer several different tiers of astrological service, and I've recently revamped my astrological services page in alignment with today's video, only I did it about a week or so ago. And you can visit the link to the new page in the bottom left-hand corner of this video. That's going to do it for your Vedic Lunar Scope for today, the 5th of September, 2015. Until next time, please take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.